My name is Zam. Ever since I was born, privileges of having a complete family was viciously taken away from me.
Kenapa abang tak percaya dengan Hana? Sekarang hari-hari
abang
tak
panggil
percaya dengan Hana. Kenapa
siapa?
sekarang? Kenapa?
Gila
Kenapa
abang
sekarang?
siapa?
Hana dah cakap tak ada. Kenapa abang tak percaya sekarang? Ha?
Mesti lah.
My parents filed for a divorce shortly after I was born. From then, the court granted custody to my father. It was not long till he decided to remarry. My stepmother doted on me and loved me. I was overjoyed. I thought to myself, for once, a sense of blissfulness, and I could finally say that I could taste a mother's love. Things were going great till my stepmother was pregnant.
Abang, I'm pregnant.
I've lost a mother's love yet again. This time, it was worse. In their eyes, my every action was condemned. My language was seen as a vile and cruel. I never got a chance to fight for myself. At a tender age of 7, my father was incarcerated for 3 years. During his imprisonment was the start of my suffering. I was beaten. I was hurt, both mentally and physically. Growing up was tough. At the age of 15, I was kicked out the house by my own stepmother. The agony I felt was unbearable. With no money and home to return to, the only friend I have left was Adi. Thankfully for him, I had a temporary place to stay. But in order to survive, I resorted to stealing. This was done very much often. I had no one else except for Adi. He was the only social support I could get and depend on in times of need. He was always there for me whenever I needed help and stood by me no matter what the circumstances. For once, I felt happy to have someone who cared about my well-being. He introduced me on how to distract myself from all my problems. Just like that, at 15, I started taking drugs. Adi then told me about how to get a lot of money within such a short period of time. He works under this big boss who was willing to offer me a lot of money. All I had to do was to deliver drugs to their customers. My job was simple. Just by delivering the drugs to the customers, I could get instant cash. Who wouldn't want such an offer, right? Once job is done, we would get ourselves high every day.
Woo! Settle. G to the matter.
In the beginning, it was like heaven, popping ecstasy pills down my throat and ketamine to my nostril. It seemed that all my worries were gone. However, it was not always a happy ending. Life to me became meaningless. I detest my existence. I feel abandoned from all mankind. I've never felt so lonely or empty within me. I felt that wherever I go, I will be seen as a useless human being. For no one truly cares about me anymore. I wanted to end my life at one point of time, but did not carry it through, for I lacked the courage to execute it. 2 years later, I was caught for drug trafficking. I was ashamed. I had to bear the consequences of my actions. I questioned myself over and over again. What have I done? My life is messed up. I need help.
Before I got caught, I didn't know of any resources except my gang friends. I only know of services like Yellow Ribbon, CDC and SACA after I got out from prison. However, I only tapped on the resources from CDC and East Coast. I think I did not want to mix with my old friends because I wanted to change for the better, and therefore I stopped have any association with them because I didn't need to prevent me from going back to my old ways. If I ask them for help again, I might get stuck there. I know in my heart that if this is the case, I will never be able to cut the ties away from them. So I chose to seek formal help instead of my gang friends. I think there is no ties involved. I think I have made a right choice because if not, I will not be able to get out of this vicious cycle, and it is very hard for me to change if I still continue mixing with my gang's friends. I never think of this question before. I think everything happened for a reason. If we make mistakes, we should learn from it and move on in life. We should not let our past to hinder us as we go through the journey. What is done cannot be undone, but what is important is that we learn from it. Don't fear in making mistakes because it is the inevitable part of growing up. It's not about how many times we fall, but how fast we can get up and move on in life. Ask for help if it's necessary. Don't be afraid to seek help if you need it. I think most importantly, ask for the right help, because if you ask for the wrong source of help, it will not aid you in resolving your problem but to make things worse.